Yo, what's good everyone? Today I'm going to be breaking down some of my favorite NHL DFS plays for this Thursday, February 8th slate. We got ourselves 7 games here tonight where I'm going to go through a couple of my favorite line stacks, some of my favorite individual plays, and as always we'll wrap up the video with 3 low-priced options or sub 4K forward plays. With that being said, let's dive right into this. And like always, we're going to kick things off here by highlighting the 7 games that we have on this slate tonight, showing you the money lines and over-unders. First set of games here, we got the Avalanche taking on the Hurricanes, Canucks at Bruins, and the Washington Capitals taking on the Florida Panthers. Next set of games here, we got the Jets at Flyers, Flames at Devils, Lightning at Islanders, and the Vegas Golden Knights taking on the Arizona Coyotes. And then here's a schedule update for this week. Last NHL DFS video here for this week, but I am going to be breaking down that 8-game slate on Saturday as well in my Discord channel. It is completely free to join that. If you haven't done so yet, you can do so with the link in the description below on this video. If you can't find that link, just leave me a comment on this video and I can send it to you there. With all that said, let's dive into a couple of line stacks that I like here for tonight, and I do plan on going back to that second line for the Florida Panthers, which is Bennett centering Verhaeghe and Tkachuk. I did highlight these guys the other day, and they certainly weren't at their best, but I love the matchup at home tonight against Washington. This team has really slumped here as of late, going 0-4-1 in their last 5 games, allowing 4.80 goals per game during that stretch, with a penalty kill that's hit less than a 60% rate, really struggling there right now. We're going to see Verhaeghe and Tkachuk play up on the Panthers' #1 power play. Bennett plays down on their second, but overall this line has been one of the best in the NHL all year long when it comes to 5-on-5 play, and you can see the numbers there. Now, when it comes to a cheaper line stack here tonight, honestly I'm okay playing any one of the top 2 lines for the Vegas Golden Knights, but I tend to lean towards this second line of Stevenson, Stone, and Cotter. Matchup on the road here tonight against the Arizona Coyotes. The reason I lean towards this second line here is because we're getting Stone and Stevenson playing up on the #1 power play, and this Coyotes team is not afraid to take penalties, averaging close to 4 minor penalties per game this year, the 4th most in the NHL. Now folks, before we dive into some of my favorite individual plays here, if you could like this video and subscribe to the channel, I would greatly appreciate that. I'm going to have hockey content coming out for you guys throughout the remainder of the season. Alright, now diving into some of my favorite individual plays here when to kick it off with the forwards, and there are some elite forwards on this slate: McKinnon, Rantanen, Pastrnak, Kucherov, but they also have some tough matchups here tonight as well, and I'm not going to say that I'm avoiding those tough matchups, but I wanted to highlight some value elsewhere too. First being Jesper Bratt here, the New Jersey Devils, priced at $6,600 tonight. Matchup at home against the Calgary Flames. He's been solid all year long with 20 goals, 32 assists, 52 points in 48 games. I really like the way he's been shooting the puck as of late. You can see there's 6 goals, 2 assists, 8 points, and 40 shots on net in his last 10 games, and that's translated to averaging 15.2 Draftkings points per game, playing up on that first line and #1 power play for the Devils. Another pure shooter that I like here tonight is Owen Tippett of the Philadelphia Flyers, priced at $5,900 in a matchup at home against Winnipeg. Again, another tough matchup here, but this guy loves to shoot the puck, averaging 3.6 shots on net per game this year, playing up on that first line and #1 power play for the Flyers. Now he's got 18 goals, 12 assists, 30 points in 47 games, but played some of his better hockey here as of late with 6 goals, 2 assists, 8 points, and 45 shots on net in his last 10 games, almost similar numbers to Jesper Bratt, averaging 15 Draftkings points per game during that stretch. Now, I'm pretty sure I've highlighted this guy here the last 4 or 5 Bruins games, but I'm going to go back to him again, and that's Charlie Coyle here of the Boston Bruins, priced at $5,700 here tonight. Matchup at home against Vancouver. Again, another tougher matchup, but he has seemingly found his home up on that first line and #1 power play for this Bruins team. He's now got 4 goals, 9 assists, 13 points in his last 9 games, averaging close to 13 Draftkings points per game. And as I mentioned on Tuesday, we're kind of just riding this hot hand right now as he has points in 16 of his last 18 games. And then another guy that I highlighted just this past Tuesday, but offering some nice value again, is Dylan Strome of the Washington Capitals, priced at $4,700 tonight in a matchup on the road against the Florida Panthers. He's played some really solid hockey here over the last month, putting up 6 goals, 5 assists, 11 points in his last 12 games, playing up on that first line and #1 power play for the Capitals. And I'm not really banking on the Capitals power play. They're one of the worst in the NHL, but this Florida team loves to take penalties, averaging 4.12 minor penalties per game this year, the second most in the NHL, and so even though the Capitals' power play isn't great, they should be on the man advantage a handful of times tonight, and I'll take advantage of that for a guy priced in the 4K range. And then another forward that I like here in the 4K range tonight is Kyle Palmieri of the New York Islanders, priced at $4,400 in a matchup at home against the Tampa Bay Lightning. I kind of like the Islanders in general from a tournament perspective, but Palmieri's offering some nice solid cash value as well at this price, playing on that second line and up on their number one power play, and he's played some solid hockey as of late with 4 goals, 3 assists, 7 points, 38 shots on net in his last 10 games, averaging 12.2 Draftkings points per game. Now, moving on to the defensemen, and I'm actually going to stick with the New York Islanders here to kick things off, highlighting Noah Dobson at $7,200. Again, matchup at home against Tampa. This is a very well-rounded defenseman, someone who logs around 26 minutes a game, playing up on the Islanders' number one power play and playing on their penalty kill. He's got 6 goals, 46 assists, 52 points in 50 games this year, while averaging 2.3 shots on net per game and 2.4 block shots per game. Like I said, a very well-rounded defenseman. The next guy I got here then is Alec Martinez of the Vegas Golden Knights, priced at $5,100 in a matchup on the road against the Coyotes. A more defensive defenseman, but he's actually playing up on the Vegas number one power play right now and logs big minutes on their penalty kill. He's got 4 goals, 7 assists, 11 points in 34 games this year. Like I said, more of a defensive defenseman, but this guy makes his money blocking shots as he's averaging 3.3 block shots per game this year. And don't forget, you block 3 shots in a game, you get that 3-point DraftKings bonus. And because I'll probably be heavy on the Florida Panthers here tonight, I do like Brandon Montour again at $4,700, and I talked about this on Tuesday. He has certainly not been as productive this year as he was last year, but being that he's up on that number one power play for the Panthers, I like stacking him with that second line or even that first line if you wanted to go with Barkov and Reinhart. I don't mind that either. He's got 2 goals, 10 assists, 12 points in 34 games this year, logging around 23 minutes a game, and again, really targeting that power play for Florida tonight, considering how bad that penalty kill has been for the Capitals as of late, hitting at a 58% rate in their last 5 games. And then if I'm really looking to save some money at the defenseman position tonight, Calvin DeHaan stuck out to me for the Tampa Bay Lightning, priced at $2,900 in a matchup on the road against the Islanders. He's actually played some of his best hockey as of late with 2 goals, 1 assist, 3 points, and 18 block shots in his last 7 games. I'm not banking on him to get on the score sheet here tonight, but if he does, that would be a bonus. Someone who logs around 18 minutes a game and plays on the Lightning penalty kill. Honestly, if he gets me 3 block shots here tonight, I'd be satisfied with that. If he gets me double-digit DraftKings points, again, then he's smashing value. And then I got a couple of goaltenders here for you. First being Nhl of the Vegas Golden Knights, priced at $8,300 in a matchup on the road against the Coyotes. And since he returned from the IR, he has won his last 3 starts, but he has truly been lights out in those 3 games, allowing just 5 goals on 111 shots. That's a save percentage of .956, and he's averaging close to 27 DraftKings points per game. Of 67 qualified goaltenders this year, he ranks first overall in goals save above expected per 60, so needless to say, he's been solid all year long. Now, if you're looking for a cheaper goaltender, you could go to the other side of that game with Vegas and the Coyotes and play Connor Ingram. He offers some boom-bust value, especially in tournaments, but I also like Jacob Markstrom here, the Calgary Flames, priced at $7,200 tonight. Matchup on the road against the New Jersey Devils. Now, Markstrom has definitely had some highs and lows this year, but he's played particularly well as of late, going 7-3-0 in his last 10 games with a save percentage of .929, goals allowed average of 2.22, averaging 18 DraftKings points per game. And while this is a tougher matchup on the road, the Devils are still missing some top-tier talent. Keep an eye on Jack Hughes here tonight. It sounds like he could play, but if he's out, I like Markstrom even more. And as always, going to wrap up this video here with 3 low-priced options or sub-4K forward plays, and I kind of name-dropped these first 2 guys earlier when highlighting the Vegas Golden Knights. If you wanted to play that first line with Wah, Barbashev, and Marchessault, I have no problem with that. I even kind of like the idea of doing a mini pairing here with Wah and Barbashev in the 3K range. Maybe mix in Pietrangelo because they all play on that number 2 power play, but either way, both those guys offering some really nice value in the 3K range and a solid matchup on the road against Arizona tonight. And then I also don't mind Andre Palat here again at $3,200 for the New Jersey Devils, as he's currently playing up on their first line and number 1 power play. Anytime you're going to give me a guy priced in the low 3K range getting that opportunity, he's going to be on my radar. Alright everyone, that is going to wrap up this video here for today. As always, thank y'all for taking the time out of your day to watch the content here on this channel. If you could like this video and subscribe to the channel, I would greatly appreciate that. Let's have ourselves a great day here, folks. Let's win some money on this 7-game slate. And in the meantime, I'm out of here.